everyone, my name is Imperatico and welcome back to Sonic Speed Simulator. Today we're going to be going over the best skins of 2024. That's right, the best skins of the entire year. If you're not familiar with this type of video, this is something I did last year. We're going to be focusing on big categories for these characters, starting with balance being 100% even across all stats when max, and dominant type characters for XP, rings, and damage, which is going to have 150% leaning into that particular stat. We will be using the additional enhancements just to help us rule out which is the true winner at the end. If you guys haven't been paying attention, this year has been pretty stacked. Yes, it has been stacked. Take it from me, I am the data guy. I know it all. And I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest year for Sonic Speed Simulator. It is so huge. We have a total of 83 skins released this year alone. That's right, it is much huger and bigger than the previous years. I'm sure you're gonna see the numbers on screen, but it is insane. Okay, out of the 83 skins, only 12 of them were limited. That's right, only 12. We've gotten 4 super skins, which is a huge deal because we only gotten 1 in the previous year. And if we start looking at the rest of the tallies, we got ourselves 17 seasonal skins, 18 exotics, 29 legendary skins, and 3 epics. I'm telling you right now, this is an insane year for Sonic Speed Simulator, and there is so much to go over on which of these skins is actually the best for this year and how they hold up to our skins from the previous year. Now let's break into that. All right, now we're going to be checking out my spreadsheet. Yes, I've marked every character off on what year they were released to make this a lot easier for me to filter through. I will let you know there has been a big jump in stats. In the previous years when this system was introduced during December, we had Supersonic being at a plus 25 in stamina. We thought that was the upper limit. This year they changed things around. Supersonic is now at a plus 40, letting us know that plus 40 is the higher upper limit that any of these main stats can get into, which is pretty interesting. We're seeing characters like Adventure Rouge with a plus 25 in Magnet, Android Shadow Gold plus 25. Yes, that's limited, but we also had characters that came out in seasonal like Chain Werehog having a plus 25 in the stamina category. So again, you guys need to pay attention how some of these stats do factor because there will be changes, and later on there will be buffs and debuffs happening. We've seen buffs happen, but we haven't seen any characters been debuffed as of yet, so you got to pay attention to that if it does happen. Now what I am going to say, that we are going to have a lot of ties in some of these categories. You're going to be probably 4 or 5 characters tied in one single category, so we're going to have to break it down by using the other additional stats. We're not going to be looking at glide, we're not going to be looking at jump height, we're not going to be looking at air, and we're also not going to be taking in consideration for chaos spears either, because those are more innate to the individual character than to the overall whole composition of a character. Starting with the balance stamina category. That's right, we're starting with balance first. These are characters that have 100% across all stats, then we're going to be hitting the stamina category. Now as you can see, there's 2 characters in this place, both being Android Shadow Gold and Elite Sonic. Android Shadow Gold being from a limited. Unfortunately, we don't have exotic versions of this character yet, so it's not widely easily obtained. As for Elite Sonic, he can be easily obtained when completing achievements. Most of you already have a lot of the achievements done. What you really need to do is just collect 25 red star rings from each zone, so that way you can unlock them at the 90% mark. But that's pretty much it. Next up, for balance and Magnum, we only have one clear winner here, which is Race Suit Espio. You can find him inside the race shop. All you have to do is pay a couple race tickets to get him, and you should be able to unlock him easily. Next up, we have balance and luck. Yes, some of you probably wondering why luck, but it's pretty niche. It's only necessary for vending machines, and there are a few quite good characters for it. We do have Gold Metal Sonic, again another limited skin, and Gold Style Jet. Both are limited. Not a surprise. The good thing is there were exotic versions and they were highly circulated, so they were pretty cheap to buy when it came to trading from other players, but currently they're not being circulated right now. You may be lucky to find somebody who will be able to trade you. Last but not least, balance and event. Yes, so balance and event is obviously going to go to Chrome Style Sonic. He's the first character to help us get a solid 1-star in the new event system introduced this year. We are actually able to hit a +6 with him, when before it was only believed to be happening with a Midnight Chow. Now this one is going to be a pretty good, because if you have the Midnight Chows, you should be able to get up there to a +7 event, which is pretty crazy. All right, next up is the XP dominant characters that have 150% in the XP section of their stats. In this category, we have ourselves XP and stamina, and we have quite a few here. We have 4 characters: Chained Up Werehog, ESP Silver, Holiday Cheer Shadow, and Summer Silver. 3 of them being from seasonal, which is pretty nuts, and 1 of them is a super skin. Now, if we were have to decide who the clear winner of this will be, it's obviously ESP Silver. That magnet stat right here, which is additional for him, does set him apart from everybody else, and not many players have Magnet Pass, which again, Magnet has proven super useful not only for building up levels, farming rings, and also for events. It has been amazing in the overall sense. So honestly, there's no way for me to say that Silver isn't the winner in this category. On to XP and Magnet. Now we got Neo Metal Sonic, the super skin, which is amazing to see. Of course, he's going to be the only one winning in this category. His stats are pretty decent. He doesn't have the downside of most recent super skins, which is them depowering. He's also easily obtainable for a lot of players by completing his challenge up there in Hilltop. So I have to say, Neo Metal Sonic is an obvious choice. Everyone should be having this character in their account and hopefully get him at star 6 just for that magnet ability alone. Next up, we have Luck, Rockstar Silver. He's holding it down in XP and Luck category. He's already having plus 25 in Luck and a nice plus 4 in event, which isn't pretty bad. Now we're gonna, this is gonna be a tiebreaker, one hell of a tiebreaker. We got ourselves 4 skins here that are tied for the event. This is XP and event category. As you can see, we got Fake Gold Sonic, Holiday Cheer Shadow, Phantom Rider Unmasked Sonic, and Rockstar Silver. Now what makes this pretty interesting is because, well, I'm not gonna pick Silver, and unfortunately this may go to the limited skins. The reason being, Magnet is strong, it's versatile, it's very useful. Yes, stamina is useful, it is great to have in races and also zipping through the map, but at the end of the day, if you were to ask a lot of the player base what would they have, they would pick Magnet over stamina because of how much you can apply this to anything in the game. Now we're here to the rings and stamina category, 150% in the ring section, and of course focusing on the stamina stats. Now as you can see, we have 2 here, being Doom Shadow and Tango, our second IDW comic character introduced this year alone. Doom Shadow, it's gonna be him. In this category, it's rings and magnet, and so wow, this is pretty cool. We have Chaos Sonic, Adventure Rouge, and Vampire Silver. Chaos Sonic being our first character at plus 25. That was outside of a super skin that caught us all by surprise when it first debuted, but seeing this now, I'm gonna have to give this to Adventure Rouge. That glide ability of hers is pretty handy to have when it comes to traversing maps. It's especially good for Pumpkin Hill when you're trying to fly around and collect a lot of the collectibles. Now, that's not saying that any of these other skins aren't as good. If you have them, that's great. This one was easily obtainable in no place, while this one was during a fast pass. So again, it's up to you guys to decide. All right, on to the rings and luck category. Now, one of these are a brand new limited skin, which is Luminosity Sonic. Gold Style Knuckles, our first limited skin to drop in the game, and then Holiday Cheer Amy. If I'm gonna have to give it to anyone, it's Holiday Cheer Amy. She's in the fast pass. Yes, I know, we're like stuck in a rock and a hard place here. We got the fast pass character and 2 limited skins. And on to the event stat, we had Gold Style Knuckles and Reisu Cream. Both characters debuted this year, Reisu Cream being first, and then Gold Style Knuckles being the second skin coming out with a plus 5 in event. A lot of my builds that I recommend for players did often feature these 2 characters, which it was pretty interesting to see, but Reisu Cream will take this as the winner because she's easily obtainable in the race shop. On to the damage and stamina, it's gonna go to our one and only, the most highly anticipated character of this year, Super Shadow. The only one second highly anticipated is Infinite, and there's my copium talking. Hopefully we see him. But yes, Super Shadow is the strong winner here, having a high plus 40 in stamina and a plus 25 in magnet. Now, it's a nice combination for a super skin. I just wish they gave it to him in rings. You know, Sonic's got XP rings. Why damage? I know a lot of folks are tired of damage, but it's because we haven't found much use for it because we're always damage capped. It's always something easily maxed in the game compared to the other stats. On to damage and magnet. Now, this one's going to be pretty interesting because Super Shadow's going to win again. Ghost Style Tails, yes, he's limited and he did have exotic version circulate, but that's the only stat he has, so he's not going to be a clear winner here. DJ Knuckles did came out during an event. He does have everything that's great about Knuckles. He's damage, he's magnet, he has an event, he has glide. It's beautiful, but he doesn't hold a candle to Super Shadow. All right, on to damage and luck. It's going to Fake Gold Knuckles, which this is the only thing we're going to see him winning because this character is the only character we know to have a glide of +1 and watch him sink. And last but not least, the event category is of course going to go to DJ Knuckles. It's nice to see DJ Knuckles and Rockstar Silver win in their own respective categories. It's, you know, it's not a bad look, but at the same time, +25 magnet, +4 event, it's a pretty good character overall to have. It is time to talk about which of these super characters is truly the best. Now, of course, the winner for 2024 is going to be Super Shadow. Hands down the best super skin that we've gotten this year, and also the most highly anticipated. But when it comes down between him and Supersonic, again, I'm going to have to give it a Super Shadow. I know. There's going to be a lot of questions about that. But when you look at the facts, Super Shadow and Supersonic do go the same speed. One's not faster than the other. They both have the same base abilities, being the parry, being the flight, and everything else that follows after. What makes this even more interesting is the fact that Super Shadow even comes with Chaos Spears. And I'm being honest with you, zipping around the map and farming badniks with Chaos Spears is super handy and quick. There's nothing that could beat it. In fact, it is a homing attack that automatically homes for you, and you don't even have to leave the current position you are. So I've been testing it, and I'm gonna have to give it a Super Shadow. Not only is he the best skin, well, super skin for 2024, he's also the best super skin overall. And this is his year, so it makes sense that he would be the best. Now, I know there's a lot that I mentioned in this video. There's a lot of stuff that was said. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Okay, and if you haven't done so already, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this video if you haven't done so. I got plenty of videos like this. I'm already got another one I'm dropping pretty soon. So hopefully I'll see you guys in that next video. But until then, bye-bye and take care.